How can you become a prophet? How can we become more like the people we love and admire? When we mention prophets, the first thing that comes to mind is religion. And although the religious prophets are the most prominent, we've had prophets across the board. Prophets in the political space, for example, Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Prophets in the corporate space, the likes of Steve Jobs. Prophets in the knowledge-based space, the likes of Aristotle, Socrates, and the like. And across the board, all of these people have a few things in common. The first is truthfulness and reliability. Whoever it is that is going to stand up in the ranks of people like the prophets is going to be a very truthful, honest, and reliable person. The second is that they call people to the truth. There's a particular vision they have for the future. There's a particular standard that they hold themselves and their followers to, and they call their followers to stand up to that standard. And third, they call people away from evil and call out evil for what it is. When we mention prophets, the first thing that comes to mind is revolution, especially in this day and time where the world is practically upside down. We think of a financial revolution. We want to transform our finances. We think of a political revolution. We want to transform our countries for the better. We think of a well-being revolution where we can feel better, live better, eat better, and have a higher quality of life and standard of living. But revolution does not start with the external, which is what we tend to default to. Revolution, true revolution, begins on the inside. It begins with being truthful and honest with ourselves, with looking ourselves in the mirror and seeing ourselves for who we are, seeing ourselves through and through, pointing out and spotting all those horrible, not so nice habits that we have, those not so nice behaviors that we exhibit that might create problems for ourselves and for others. When we look at ourselves in this mirror, when we look at ourselves through the lens of truthfulness, when we call ourselves to truth and call ourselves to refrain from, to move away from, to turn back from evil, that is where the true revolution begins.